Do you like ships? I do. In fact, I really like ships on coins. And if this is something that interests you, you may want to stick around. I've got a really cool tell about this coin and the ship's history. This coin was minted in 1999 and is a commemorative of the Santiago. It is made of 9-2 fine silver, and on the obverse features the Queen Elizabeth II, and on the back, this beautiful ship with natives bringing stores to the sailors. Now, if you don't know about the Santiago was one of 5 ships that sailed with Ferdinand Magellan, and being the smallest of the ships, it had the smallest crew at only 33 men. But because it was also the smallest, it was the least expensive, and therefore probably wasn't put together as well as some of the other ships. Now, the crew spread all over, from Castile to Genoa to the Azores. But the most notable person aboard the Santiago was Juan Rodriguez Serrano. Now, Serrano had sailed aboard Spanish ships since he was a kid. In fact, he had crossed the Atlantic many, many years before and reached Brazil. As a royal pilot, he served aboard the Santiago as the captain. Now, Serrano remained loyal to Magellan all the way through the voyage. Now, during this time frame, it was very common for mutiny to occur. There was a phrase that is issued in some movies, if you like pirate movies, about the depths of Davy Jones' locker is reserved for the most villainous and mutineers. The fact that he remained loyal during the entire voyage was something that speaks volume about his character. So when the fleet got to Patagonia, they wintered at Porto San Julian. Now, the Santiago was the first ship to be reconditioned, and this made Magellan decide to choose the Santiago to set out as a scout along the coast and look for a place to replenish their supplies. So after they left on May 1st, somewhere around that time frame, about 5 days later, they happened across an estuary, and this estuary was full of animals. So they named the estuary Santa Cruz. They pulled in, and they remained there for 2 weeks while they filled up their stores on the animals that were there. So they departed somewhere around May 22nd, and the Santiago was hit by a fierce storm. In fact, it was so heavy that it ripped the sails and even washed the rudder right off the back of the ship. This left Santiago helpless, floating aimlessly drifting in the ocean with nowhere to turn to. But his experience came to the rescue. As a royal pilot, he managed to hoist a spare sail and with no rudder was able to utilize his sailing prowess to steer the front of the ship close enough to where the ship hit the rocks, but the crew was able to jump to safety before a large wave smacked the side of the ship. The winds pushed it, and it was smashed against the rocks, and it broke up against the waves. Santiago was able to save 30 of the 33 members of his crew. Back in these days, it was kind of a taboo to go ashore because people didn't know who was there. They didn't understand what the natives were like. And in fact, they could have been attacked and eaten by cannibals. And so the crew was really nervous about looking and going, we got to get to land because they were on the rocks. They took the 30 men and they hiked over a bunch of terrain and they got to the place where they were before, which is the estuary. And they knew there were animals there. They knew they could survive there for some time. So they took 2 able-bodied seamen and they put them on journey and they let them navigate themselves all the way back up to San Julian. And that's where the fleet was. So once Magellan identified that they were part of the crew, they sent a rescue party of 20 men on foot, loaded with, different types of stores, bread, wine, things of that nature, and sent them back down to find the crew. It was June 26th before they got there. It was almost a 5-week ordeal, but they were finally rescued. And because of his efforts and because of his loyalty, Captain Serrano was issued captain of the Concepcion, where the original Captain Casper de Casilla, was executed following the Easter Mutiny. Now, if you want another good story, check out that Easter Mutiny. That's a really good ship story. But again, this is just another cool story about the Santiago, a little bit of a history about Magellan, and the dramatic shipwreck and rescue of the Santiago crew. I hope this is something of interest to you. I hope you had enjoyed this. Stay tuned. This is going to be one in a series of ships that I do. So stay tuned. Hit that bell, subscribe, like if you haven't already done so. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what kind of ships you like. And if there's a particular ship that you're interested, give me some ideas. I'd be happy to take your ideas and make a video from them. This is Frostbite, wishing you a wonderful day. Take care.